BTTX. This is a bit of a technical continuation play here off some recent momentum from last week. Very volatile. As you see, we kind of almost stepped up throughout the after hours, but just almost impossible to really determine price action based off this volatility. I mean, if we look at pre-market, not too much volume. We did have a big pop-up from just under 2, bringing it back up to, that 2-3 range, hitting that level, that 225, consolidated around that a little bit, and then it was closer towards the bell. Had to reclaim that 225 level, where we see more volume coming in. We trade a little bit above VWAP, just between the 225, 250 range. So we're kind of established more so on the daily and just recent days trading. Pretty volatile open. Not as much volume as you want to see for a big uptrend, but okay volume. You see from the roughly the 225 with a spike up to really like 266, but pretty volatile. I mean, you can see as the price action is kind of wedging, not necessarily wedging up, but increasing. Volume is decreasing also too. If you look at this little 10-minute or so window, actually it's probably more like from like 30-minute window. You can see the price kind of comes back up, but volume is decreasing, RSI decreasing. Again, kind of a sign that I tend to use in terms of if a breakdown is coming, and that's what happened. Breakdown, broke that 250 support resistance level, and then just kind of consolidated around VWAP for a while. I mean, this didn't have any news today, so it really was all just kind of a technical play, and more so probably buyers. And well, first off, it opened and broke this 225 level, so there's probably a little bit of a squeeze there from recent day shorts. But then after that, any kind of momentum or buying is really looking for a bigger technical play, perhaps like a break of 3 for a bigger squeeze. But it just didn't see it. And you can see again, we have increasing price action, volume decreasing, RSI decreasing, huge flush out. I mean, from 255 really to 240, just big weak candles. Just kind of stair steps down, trades in that 230 range for a good portion of the day, and then just kind of flushes out at the end of the day. We're kind of trading right now in between. I mean, we just kind of broke that 225 at the end of the day. Before we were kind of in that 225, 250 range. I think it's really showed a lot of weakness today. I think we had some volume in the open, more so just from the squeeze. I don't think it's really necessarily a momentum. I think it's probably going to see some consolidation sideways, but then also perhaps a retracement back down to 2. Just really weak today. Not much foul up or continuation momentum. Let's look at BWV. This is, I would say, more so a continuation and technical play as well. Tough to see on the daily here, but we had a pretty big move up today, and it's, I'd say, pretty due to just kind of a squeezing from, we had a kind of a uptrend gap up day 4 trading days ago, with a high of roughly 7. And so not much happening pre-market around the open. Just kind of a slower grind, but then you see just kind of this I don't know, pop up, if you will, from that like 375 range all the way up to 440. And that's when you start to see some volume come in. I mean, kind of have a bit of a level at the 412, and so perhaps there's a little bit of a squeeze due to that. But I think once this big move happened, you're definitely getting people's attention, and then you kind of have just consolidation around VWAP the rest of, or not the rest of the morning, but into the morning. And then you see this break of, I would say it's really just the break of 5 that really sends it. And you see this volume come in. And then you're going to start testing these levels from the days prior, like that 550, and even up here at the 612 level. So definitely a technical play, breaking off, or rather squeezing some shorts. You see the volume coming in good for this break of 5, and kind of then stays consistent volume really in this consolidation, which is a good sign if you're going long. And then we kind of wedge up to really 580 with another break of that for the test for a break of 6. But then as you can see, as the day goes on, I mean, we have another consolidation around 6. Price is just consolidating, and really overall the price or the volume is decreasing. RSI decreasing, kind of a sign of possible retracement breakdown. That's what you get here. Just can't hold the 6. I mean, then people probably risking off really more 6. I mean, we're more consolidation at like 610, 615. People risking off 6. You come down here, you get a flush, and then just breaks down the rest of the day. I mean, pretty huge retracement at the end of the day. This is, like I said, a really more of a technical kind of continuation play from days forward or days past. So in terms of what's going to happen tomorrow, I think it would have to make almost the exact same move to really even get some sort of momentum. You're definitely going to have some good short positions here. That's 610. It's definitely a good entry for a short, and then maybe some more here at that 550 level after you kind of see the confirmation of breaking the breakdown. So this thing really needs to move back up to like 550 for any possible squeeze on the upside. Kind of hitting this consolidation point of this 450, 460, which you did so in the morning. I mean, I think in terms of like your short right now, I would almost say you're probably cutting some of your position here because we're at this consolidation. Maybe a trailing stop or just risking off at 5. In terms of going long, I don't know, it's tough. I mean, because right now it's a big wide open level or gap down to the next, perhaps real clear level. I mean, maybe you get in now and you're tight risk off 450, hoping for the bounce up to 550, but I don't necessarily see the continuation or the catalyst to drive it up there. So I think right now 450 to 550 are perhaps the key levels to watch. Actually, really more of like a 410 to 550 with that inflection being the 450. All right, let's look at SOPA. This one's up on some news today. This definitely has a history of some volatile candles. Really more so, it's about I guess it's back in it's November, with a few spikes up here and there. A bit of a downtrend as of recent. Draw some quick lines here. Yeah, so definitely had probably a little of a squeeze. Maybe not too much, but maybe some risking off that 220 level. Kind of broke that on the in the pre-market. Bit of a volatile open, spikes up, spikes down, consolidates really for the morning at this 3.6 level. See a little bit of a wedge up for a test of that, 2.9 2.9 level, but just doesn't really have enough volume to hold on and sustain a bigger uptrend. After that, volume just really fades out. It just kind of breaks down, tries to consolidate and hold that 2.6-ish area, somewhere between the 2.6 and 2.45, but can't hold the 2.45. And I think the news wasn't anything spectacular. I think it was just really around earnings. But the volume fades out hard throughout the day. Right now it looks like we're kind of creeping down towards that 225 level. If you're in short, kind of perhaps on the spike or this consolidation, this 270, maybe scaling out a little bit here at this 250 range, and then trailing stop right here to 220 level. I think maybe those are your best bets, just because it's been pretty volatile, I think, or has volatility in the past. I think definitely one to watch. If it can reclaim this 245 and see a break of like 270, you might see a possible squeeze up, but it doesn't really have much of a catalyst, and it seems like we're fading pretty hard on low volume. So we might just find a range, possibly between 250 and 220. Definitely one to watch throughout this week. Maybe there's a continuation play later in the week.